Hello, and welcome to the Connect podcast, a podcast by the Holdridge Area Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, and welcome back to the Connect podcast by the Holdridge Area Chamber of Commerce. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about this last weekend with the community garage and sidewalk sales happening all over our community. And I wanted to say a few shout outs. There's a few things that were happening this weekend that I don't think people know were going on. And when they went out and saw, I think they were really pleasantly surprised. So not only were sidewalk sales happening this weekend, a shout out to My Fair Lady. I drove by a few times and went out there and checked out some of the inventory that they had. And it was always people out there looking through the racks. I saw they had a lot of people out there. So shout out to My Fair Lady. And the other retailers downtown. I know there were a few others that put out sidewalk sales, but shout out to the ones that did sales that weren't traditional retail businesses as well. We had Tractor Supply and Ace that were both putting sales together. They don't necessarily put things out on the sidewalk, but getting involved with the community and putting a sale together, even though you're not putting things out on the sidewalk, is a great way to bring already ready to buy traffic into your doors. At the same time that we were doing sidewalk sales, we had our community garage sales going on. I myself put up a garage sale, and my kids also set up a lemonade stand. My son did lemonade and my daughter sold handmade bracelets. And to be honest, they made a lot more than we did at our garage sale just selling lemonade and bracelets. So it was a great weekend for entrepreneurship and community. So I wanted to take a few seconds just to chat with you guys about what that means. So it is the Monday morning after the sidewalk sales and garage sales. I will be honest with you, I'm very tired, but in a good way. We had a lot of traffic out at my house for the garage sales. We even had traffic from different communities. I know I met a few people that came from Kearney that heard we were having community garage sales, which is a big deal because this weekend was also cruise night in Kearney, which is Kearney's biggest event that brings a lot of people to town. And to have people leave that community to come for garage sales to ours was super fun. We had people that came to ours from Hastings and Grand Island that were just excited to be around and happened to be in town when the garage sales were going on. I talked to a few people from Kansas that were coming up from Kansas because there was not much going on in their community and they saw we were doing community garage sales. And actually they bought quite a bit from our garage sales, so I know they were ready to spend. And I met some people from Colorado that just happened to be driving by and saw that we had community garage sales going on, and they ended up staying in our community for hours just to take advantage of all the sales. So that was a really fun part of the weekend. I talked a little bit about the Lemonade Scholarship Kids, and for those that don't understand or don't know what that entailed, we had an idea here at the Chamber at the beginning of the year on how we could foster the next generation of entrepreneurs. And we have a couple of programs at the Holdridge Public Schools, like the JAG program and entrepreneurship program at both high school and middle school levels that I think are perfect opportunities for kids to jump in and learn about entrepreneurship. But we at the Chamber here have not been directly involved in any of it. So I wanted to just pitch a couple of ideas to the school, and luckily the schools are just amazing and they pulled it together for us at the end of the year. So they asked all of their kids that were wanting to do entrepreneurship to come together and submit a business plan. There was business plans anywhere from dog treats to lures to dog walking services. It was awesome to see. And the kids that were chosen actually were provided a free booth space at both the Midsummer Festival, which saw 7,500 different people, and also here at the community-wide garage sales. Now, I checked in with Harmony, who was out here selling dog treats, which was great because I saw a bunch of people come up and buy dog treats. She actually was sold out before, I think it was 12:30 when we went until 2 o'clock on Saturday. And so that was a beautiful thing. Every time I came in to check on her, she had customers. I wasn't able to talk to her much, which was great. So shout out to the school, shout out to Harmony and all of the Lemonade Scholarship recipients. We're excited to bring that program back next year and see how many more opportunities we can give these young entrepreneurs. And like I said, at my house, entrepreneurship was strong. My son was selling dollar cups of lemonade and pink lemonade, and he'd actually give you $1 upcharge if you wanted to have them fizzy. So he'd put 7-Up in it. It was delicious. It was a fun way to watch people just stop for his lemonade. Most of the customers that stopped for his lemonade didn't even come to our garage sale, which was fun. And my daughter was selling handmade bracelets, which was a really fun way for her to also get involved. And they both made a lot of money. I want to talk about my core thought on what happened this weekend. and that is the commerce around community. The best commerce feels like community. There were so many smiling faces that I saw this weekend. A lot of people excited to not only save some money, but to get out of their house and not be stressed. Garage sailing it's a art in itself, and it's so much fun. And it was fun to see everybody just have a good time while supporting the community and our business here in town with the sidewalk sales. It really wasn't about buying or selling. It's about the conversations on the sidewalk. It's about encouraging these kids at their first lemonade stand or their first business, and really supporting someone simply for trying. I wanted to take a minute and use this as a reminder for the businesses here in our community. That same energy applies to you. Oftentimes people buy something and they don't really remember the product or the service, but they always remember how they feel when they bought something. It's rarely about price or product, especially when it comes to community. Those connections, as we all know, build loyalty among brands, but among our community and our shoppers that we know and love. Whether it's an event like the community garage and sidewalk sales or a normal business day. To close, I just want to say to everyone out shopping, supporting, selling, drinking lemonade, thank you. What happened this last weekend matters, no matter how small of an event it feels like. This is what local looks like when we go all in. Thank you so much for spending part of your Monday morning with me. Have a wonderful week.